But anyways, this is Landon, aka DJ New Spirit, also known as LandRyu513, and Muno Spirit on the Capcom Fighters Network. I hope and pray each and every one of you are safe and sound. Today we are going to go through a analysis with MugetsuTV, who seem to have a little bit of struggles in the a lot of the mirrors, as well as just in particular type of gameplay, and this is just kind of helping break down a lot of the issues that he's been dealing with. And any of you that are out there watching are welcome to stop in, and we'll get this started very soon here. We are back. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut on the key display here. We're going to cut that on, and I'm also cut on the attack data. So we're going to start off looking at this. So first thing they're doing, he's starting off the fireball. Good fireball. Good spacing. All right, didn't do a DP. We'll go back to that again. So I'll go ahead and do it frame by frame here. You missed a DP right here. And if not only that, he completely whiffed. So that was your opportunity at that point in time when he landed to do something else other than walking forward, because of the fact that if you walking forward, you cut off your timing in hitting that opponent. So that's something you might want to go ahead and start doing. So you walked right in to that. Don't just go for tick throw. You had too much negative space there, and you had to walk in. So Kaiser is already keen on his spacing. So when that space is there, and look at the gap that's available. So after that gap, which you actually should have did a tighter string to finish with a tighter string, you walked right in and you got tagged right off of that. And he could have confirmed off of something else. So he has to work on his confirms as well. But it was good on his part. So he's got the fireball game going. You're getting uncomfortable. You jumped. He was ready for the neutral jump on that one there. You missed a DP. You had enough time to do that. I recommend after you do a particular jump like that or a particular walk back, you had the option of going right back to forward down diagonal punch. Or you could have... Good to see you, man. Good to see you out there. So you had the option of doing down forward DP if you are uncomfortable with doing the normal DP from that particular avenue. So that's something that you have to work on as well. So let's go back into here. You jumped out of being scared of pressure. You have to sit there and take that pressure. Good throw. Okay, good damage. No. Yep, it is me, Shin Chidori. Good to see you, brother. But anyways, let's get back to this. I know, brother. I see you. So, again, good throw on that. But then he whipped the EXDP. So that shows that he has a lot of impatience. There was no need of him actually doing that, especially with the low stun gauge that he had. So this is your opportunity time to do that. Or you could have jumped after the block. Did down, you could have jumped, you did a neutral jump, landed with standing heavy punch, landed with crouching medium, with standing medium punch, crouching uppercut into DP, or upon him landing, when he did the EXDP. Look at your meter. I want you to look at both you and the opponent's meter. You have V-trigger. Right when he did EXDP, you could have popped V-trigger, wait for him to land, crush counter, or actually in this case you could have did solar plex, consider the fact that you already have V-trigger raw activated if you decided to do that. So it's time to kind of open that mind a little bit. You could have did that and then went right into solar plexus, crouching uppercut, into fireball, into DP. These are opportunity times that for Ryu at this point in time, you don't want to waste any opportunity in terms of damage. This is why I jump on anybody about damage. Never leave damage on the table. That could have been a game right there. But then you went on ahead, instead of actually walking, you were too uncomfortable by doing standing medium punch, standing hard punch into hard kick, which is the Jodan Sanrengeki. You did a reset there, and I don't know what happened with that one. That either had to be an input delay from what I'm looking at, or what mind you look like you were trying to do jab, but you just, I don't know what was going on there. You probably had nerves going on there, and that was you left a lot of damage there and stun. Okay, so that was better on your end. Now let's see how you finish this. Okay, I would have went for fireball then DP, but you got the W on that one there. So it was an input error. Okay, all right, let's go to this next set and see what happens here. Okay. Okay, so let's go back here. So he did standing. So that you had a little. Let's see. So he did that, but he was ready to catch you with a standing light kick. So. And I'm just sitting here looking at this. Okay, you hit a button after that Tatsu. Okay. So I would actually blocked or at least challenge that with a DP, since now if you look at his trajectory of when he's doing it, that is an opportune time to do medium punch DP or HP DP. Airborne Tatsu has his good things, but Airborne Tatsu also has his weaknesses. That was an opportunity for you to block and then challenge it or catch him with a raw DP. But you hit a button. So let's see, what button did you press when you did that? Yeah, you hit heavy. You did forward, like you did forward, diagonal. Yeah, you got an input error on that because I'm not even seeing a down input. What I would have done was actually did down forward, uppercut, or a medium punch or hard punch. Yeah, and he's -1 on that, so he's getting away with murder on that because he's actually, at this point, he is actually spacing himself out very well. So he did a neutral jump at this point. So let's see here. Okay, standing medium punch. So he's no longer has that. So he did a solar plex. So good on your end. Hey, what's going on, Chirper Smurf? Good to see you, brother. Good on your end by doing a neutral jump and anticipating that he was going to do a solar plex. And so you've probably already had a pass with him in terms of the gameplay. So you did that. I don't agree with that punish. I like the punish, but I don't agree with it. I would have personally did after that. You would have did jumping heavy kick neutral. You would have landed with standing heavy kick into standing light kick into medium Tatsu or EX Tatsu. What that would have done for you, honestly, you would have got a little further out of the corner, but at the same time, you would have landed significant damage. Right now, it's a damage standpoint, but for the sake of argument, you wanted to get out the corner, so I can't say I blame you at that point. But I personally would have went for more damage. So remember never to forget about your distancing. You probably you know your damage options, but you don't know your damage options, especially spacing wise. So good on there. Okay, so you did a solar plexus, got caught on that. You got thrown. Let's see what you could have did different there. Okay, so you let him throw you on that one instead of actually trying to delay tech and do something else different with a counter. He does a lot of he's wide open when he's doing that. You got to start taking advantage of that. Good anticipation with the whiff. Hey Chuck, good to see you, brother. So Good defense at that point. Getting a little antsy. Be careful of that. Good. That was good, but I will say this. Chuck actually said this too. Think about when you're throwing your fireballs, your projectiles, especially if you're in a projectile war. Do you... Because really the fireball is the extension of Ryu's body. Basically like a weapon. Anything in martial arts, it's an extension of the human body. A sword, even a bow staff, nunchucks, even a pistol, unfortunately. Think about this. Are you going to throw a fireball when it's useless, or are you going to throw the fireball when you know you have the advantage? The things about the EX Fireball is this. The EX Fireball actually has a lower invincible hitbox. So what you do is you can use the EX Fireball, especially in your shimmies, because of the factor of the lower hitbox. Most opponents that are trying to hit you out of your shimmy are always going to go to a crouching low attack, correct? So you can use the EX Fireball since it has lower hitbox invincibility, medium to lower hitbox invincibility, excuse me, and that will stop them in their tracks. You think about the way that you're using your meter. You're not demonstrating good meter management here either. Okay, much better, much better. Ooh, missing damage, missing damage. Yeah, he does not have his crosscut DP at all. And what you could have did there upon landing, standing medium punch, or standing medium punch, crouching medium kick to Tatsu to bring him into the corner. One thing you have a big struggle is with, from what I'm noticing your gameplay, you have a problem with not just spacing, but what's the word I'm looking for? You have a problem with using the stage. And what I mean by that is that you have a problem with cornering the opponent. You have a problem with not keeping your spot. Basically, when you're playing Street Fighter, it's a game of chess. You're fighting for space, essentially. That's part of footsies. It's part of zoning 101, as well as if you're having to bring on some offense, which you are very good at, but you're playing very timid at this point. Pretty much. It is bad real estate management. I agree with that. So yeah, you went for a throw instead of actually going for damage. You gotta start really thinking about your decision making at very decisive and very critical moments. So we'll go back together again. So you did that. I like the jump over, and then right then and there. That's what I'm saying. You could have went. Wow, you had meter there too. Standing medium punch. Into standing medium punch, into Jodan Sokutugeri, into light kick Tatsu. Right after light kick Tatsu, you could have went directly into a dash into into raw V trigger activation. Upon him getting up, and be guessing if he got up either with a quick get up or a rollback, you could have caught him. So there's things you got to start thinking about in these matchups. But you went for the grab. I gotta say, you gotta start using back. You gotta start getting more damage in that. But you later learn. Okay, so fireball game. All right, so let's look at that again. So he did a fireball, dash up, and you waited. I would have actually challenged him on that because you do have a frame advantage after parry. So you could have went for a standing medium punch or something of a quicker frame rate because he waited just for that and he caught you with a delayed attack. Standing medium punch. Meter management. Meter management. Good on his part. He doesn't hit confirm very well, I notice either. Could have went for he could have went for a Jodan and then could have went into Donkey. He could have did crouching medium kick into Jodan into critical art. No. Look at that. Mugs. Pay attention. Pay attention. I gotta tell you this. You're a streamer, but there are things I gotta bring out in your flaw. Put that phone down. Stop talking to them chicks. Put that phone down. Like, I'm not even joking. Put that phone down and really pay attention to what you're doing. You are missing critical. You're missing critical timing. This match would have been over with if this was me, and I'm not even bragging. This match would have been over with. He was wide open. You could have got a jumping fierce punch, standing medium punch, into crouching uppercut and finish with a Tatsu or DP. Might have even finished him with the first 3 hits. To be honest, yeah, Chuck, we know you a lady killer too. But anyway, moving forward. But yes, you could have ended him right here and there. You're missing critical and very timed opportunities in this. Yeah, that's and then right there. Here's the deal. When you have EX meter, there's an old saying that the OGs in the arcade scene will tell you: spend that cash. If you have, you got plenty of resources. You have 2 bars of V trigger, and you've got EX meter. I'm just sitting here wondering why you're not taking advantage of either or. You could have ended him with EX. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter about your input. You're looking. You're not looking. Well, okay, I had a hard kick, but you didn't do it, especially in midair. The game, you look at it this way: take advantage. No. You just missed it. You still had opportune time to still do it. This game freezes, okay? Just because you hit a button at that particular time doesn't mean that it's going to come out. You still had. We'll go back. Look at your frame data, okay? He's already at negative 173 frames, regardless if you pressed a button or not. You didn't press anything. You didn't press anything because the game would have registered it. The game would have still registered either way it go. You did not press anything. Let's look at it again. 173 frames, Mugs. 173 frames. You did not press a button. You were looking more so to get a fancy finish than doing something that was effective. And I have to be brutal in this. I cannot stand when people do not take advantage of that. Thank you. Exactly, Chuck. Exactly. That would have been game for me. Jumping hard punch or jumping hard kick, standing medium punch into crouching uppercut into DP. But with Ryu, because he hits like a tank, you had more than enough time with that. And then looking at this, standing medium punch, crouching uppercut. That should have been an EX Jodan Sokotu Gedi, or it should have been a EX DP. Stop wasting your resources. No, that was a fancy finish. You had more. You had confidence in doing the move, but you didn't spend the meter. Spend the cash. Let's move forward. See, that's wasted. That was just wasted. That could have been done earlier. So that's done. We're gonna go to the next battle thing. So you guys stay tuned because it could very well disconnect. So bear with me here because I have to actually go and look at the replay. So we're gonna exit replay. Thank you, Chuck. Thank you. So you guys stay tuned on that. Let's see what happens here. See if I can actually go into. To go out of here, and we need to go to the next one and see why you lost in this one. Yeah, you can't. You are wasting too much meter, and it's not me being brutal, my friend. You have got to start exercising your meter usage. You are not very good in meter usage, and it shows. And another thing that you're doing, you're not doing tight enough strings. That's something that you have to do. Jose had jumped on me a lot of times, and for those of you out there listening, Jose is strange hell, and this is a very competent and very, very destructive Ryu, and probably one of the most technical that is out there. So let's go ahead and get to this.
Round 1. Fight.
So let's go ahead and cut the attack data on. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so you're doing a couple whiffs. All right, good, very good. Be careful with that. Oh, you missed the DP. You got it. You got to get the DP in there. That or could have did a normal hard punch. Let's put it this way. This goes for me. This goes for anybody that's out there watching this video or just watching this stream. If you blocked, you had time to DP, or maybe even an anti-air parry for kicks and giggles, something. But you had time to get some type of damage off the table. So let's keep going forward. Yeah, you let him jump in. You got to. Ooh, he's not good with neutral jump DP. He is not very good with that. Good on your part. Standing medium. Oh, you waited too long. That's unfortunate. So that standing medium punch, you waited too long on your part. Missed. That should have been a whip punish. You got to work on your whip punishes too. You're getting higher. You're getting at a higher level to where this is becoming an issue. But that right there is killing me too. So standing medium punch, crouch medium punch, you're out of range. So actually, when you think about this, Mugs, think about this. Each frame trap you're doing has a purpose. That's also giving you space to measure out what the opponent is going to do with their next attack. So obviously, you had enough space, and that allowed him to whiff. So because he whiffed, you could have punished that with a crouching medium kick into Tatsu, and then got yourself some space. Oh, good, good. Let's see how you finish it. Very good, very good. Now I like that. I like that. No. So that must have been an input error from what I'm looking at. Yeah, it buffered it down for it, That's unfortunate. That's one thing I do have a problem with Street Fighter V is that the input leniency is too off the chain. Because certain moves come out that shouldn't come out, and I'm looking at it right there. Because you look at the left side of the screen where I had the key data in. When you did that, you did down for it. See what you can do in the training mode to see about stopping that. Okay, and then right there. That's unfortunate. Okay, good tech grab. Very good, very good. Let's see how you do this. Very good, very good. Okay, I like that. Very good. Okay, right then and there. Let's see what happens here. Okay. I like the damage. I'm not saying I'll master this, but I would have personally, if you're that close and you do crouching medium punch. Remember now, crouching medium punch got an insane buff. So that could have been that, and then crouching uppercut into EX Tatsumaki or Jodan. Think about your damage options. And really, that was good enough for what you did right there, but you could have got more damage. I'm looking at that. So you landed 214 damage. Would you take 214 damage over 263? Answer yourself that question. And answer why did I say 263 in damage? If you're listening, or if anybody's listening. Why am I saying 263 in damage instead he got 214? Guessing game here. What else could he have done other than EX Tatsu? If you guess it right, I don't have a prize or anything for you, but I just want to point something out there. Okay, think about it. I'm gonna show you again. What we're gonna go frame by frame. Okay, so the dash in. Think about it. Chuck is the winner. Boom. Boom. But you went for EX Tatsumaki. This is where I'm saying where you're caught in the moment and you could be using your resources. So you could, even if you're not comfortable with crouching uppercut, I'll give anybody the baby of that, because that is that's almost like a one frame even with the counter hit that you get off a reused crouching medium kick, okay, or crouching medium punch. You could have did that, then that, and then EX Jodan Soku Togeti, because standing medium punch allows you with enough active frames to launch into EXDP. So just like what Chuck said, then you get Oki off of light Tatsu from EX. Correct. Absolutely correct. But he had options, so he was ready for that. And you could have nearly killed him on top of that using the EX, or could have nearly killed him off if you didn't want to do light kick Tatsu. I just ended him. You could have got an EXD. You could have got a DP or hard punch DP. This is why I'm saying your damage options. This, in the way that you're asking this question, shows where you are limited at. You're limited in your decision making. You're going too forward into the moment versus in looking at everything as an entirety or everything as a whole. Excuse me. So let's keep going forward. Okay. You panicked. Okay. We'll let that. We'll get that one there. So you have resources left over. You got 2 bars a meter, close to 2 bars a meter, and he has a meter and a half, a bar and a half a meter. So let's see what goes on here. No. you can actually, you have enough hit to land a Tatsu off of that. Go in training mode to see if you can do something from that range or whatnot. But you backed right off, so you just basically gave away your space. That is a no-no. Let's keep going forward from here. Let's go back to it again. I personally think you could have swept him after that. Yeah, you were within sweep range. Or if not that, you could have did that and then standing heavy kick, and then you might have actually scored a standing light kick from that distance. You gotta know your spacing. You backed right off, and then it was like you're intimidated from doing something. I just don't understand what was the point of that. That was good. I like that. I like that. Tight string. Boom. Boom. Jump. And yeah, I didn't think that. Yeah, you need to start having confidence in your range. That's your problem. You don't have enough confidence in your tools and arsenal. Ryu may be limited, but he's not as limited as what people think. Jami, Fog, and the rest of these guys that are out there can show you proof of that. You gotta start paying attention to your ranges. You gotta really start having confidence in your game. I would have personally went for a medium kick, just for damage. You still would have got some Oki. Okay, good. Jump. Good. Yeah, he's not very good with crosscut DP, I noticed as well. Okay, very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. So, one thing you got to start doing. You got to start opening up the IQ bank. And what I mean by opening an IQ bank, open your mind. You notice he does EX DP a lot, okay? One of the things he's going to continue to do is he's going to continue to EX DP each and every time, and he does it off a whim. You could have opened him up big time for that. So start paying attention to that, and then start. And another thing, let's see here. Let me pause this for a second. Okay, so that's on. Yeah, thank you. You beat me to saying that. Yeah, my shimmy and baits. Yeah, and Mugs, you generally shimmy. You didn't do not one shimmy. Or make an attempt. You conditioned him well enough. And after that throw, yeah. Okay, so that was bad on your end. I would have walked. You have to be careful with that because you're looking at your space and everything, and some of the things are going to leave you negative after that. Remember, Ryu does not have Oki off of back throw. Okay. Fireball. 1, 2. And you hit a button. Actually, at that point, you should have shimmied. We'll continue further. Okay. So he's waiting for that. Okay. Going to his part. I'm just sitting here shaking my head like, Lord. Don't keep backing off. You could have landed a standing heavy kick from that position. You're plus 11. And let's look at some frame data here. So let's see here. I'm gonna go in what we call the FAT app. If those of you who haven't downloaded it, I recommend downloading it. Let's see here. So you're plus 11 upon landing. You had, let's see, with Ryu, if we do the frame thing, standing heavy kick was 10 frames. You had more than enough time to land a standing heavy kick. Just don't know why you didn't do it. Okay. All right, good EX. And he finally threw a DP. Finally. Okay. You gotta know when the pressure is on. He's going for them EXs, and let's see how many dashes that was. So 1, 2. I would have stopped. Yeah, he lived and died by that EXDP. Okay. So let's see here. Let's look at that again. Okay. He threw 2. So he threw 3 fireballs. You had enough time right here. Let's look at this again. And I'll tell you what you could have did here. So good neutral jump, fireball, another fireball. Soon as you see him holding, now pay attention to Ryu and his arc. See him charging up to do the fireball. This is where V trigger will work as what I like to call a pseudo parry, meaning that you could activate V trigger to stop the screen. Napalm, brother, what's going on, brother? Helping out with some analysis, man. Good to see you. For those you don't know, this is a good friend of mine who's a kin main. Very, very, very intelligent and very, very analytical. Reminds us of another Ryu that we know. But Napalm, I welcome you to the chat, brother. Good to see you. So Mugs, right then and there, we're gonna do it again. That's the first fireball. 2 fireballs. Soon as you see him do that third one, like almost like you're doing a parry, V trigger activation. V trigger activation. Right after that, you could have did a hard kick Tatsumaki, but you didn't take advantage of that, and you allowed him to sit in the corner, and he's making you pay for it. You dadgummit! Standing medium punch. You could have did a Jodan Senrengeki. This is why I said you know, but you don't know. You're not. We gotta go back. We got anytime, brother. We gotta do this again. Look at that. You gotta take advantage of this stuff. And plus, it was a counter hit. It was a counter hit. You could have did that Jodan Senrengeki, which is a standing heavy punch into hard kick, and then V trigger activation into Tatsu. You gotta take advantage of these opportunities, man. You got to take advantage of these opportunities. Too many missed opportunities because you don't have confidence in your damage output and you don't know your tools. This is very, very critical. We'll go back again. It's gonna kill you on the inside, but you gotta get this. So we'll do this again. Right there, that could have ended it right there too. You had 3 chances to get rid of this guy. Yeah, he's going to town on you. And right there, boom. Remember, that is your frame trap. Standing light punch and a standing medium punch is a continuous frame trap, no matter the distance. Yeah, you got to realize that. You have got to realize that. I realized that during the match. Correct. This is why you look at replays. This is why you just don't jump into rank all the time. This is why you look at your replays and dissect everything, every nook and cranny of what you could have done better. This is the only reason why I got better with my crosscut DPs and a lot of my aggression. I'm not where I should be, but dang it, I'm getting there. This is why I tell you detail after detail of looking at these matches. You gotta look at this. Standing, your standing medium punch, you had more than enough counter opportunity. You could have did crouching medium kick into hard kick Tatsu or EX Tatsu, or Jodan Senrengeki, which is standing medium punch, standing heavy punch, standing heavy kick, V trigger activation into hard kick Tatsu. You could have ended this guy right then and there, but you wasted your opportunity. Man. Goodwill, love you. Hope you're good, brother. Good to see you too, man. So we start off with fireball. Okay. Yeah, you're timid and you're panicking. That's killing you. You're hitting too many buttons where you should be hitting. You didn't challenge against that Tatsu. You gotta start challenging this stuff a little bit more. Okay. You hit a button. Look at his sequence. Standing medium punch, standing medium kick, and he's doing it purposely to pause in between each of his strings to catch you off guard, because when you hit a button and he's doing solar plexus, he's gonna get, yeah, he's doing whatever he wants right now. Yeah, he's going to town. He's pausing because of the factor of him catching you off guard to make sure to see what you're doing. This is part of your analytical play. This is you don't do that. You're going straight for the jugular, but you're not making a blueprint to hit the jugular, if you know what I mean. Yeah, this dude cannot DP at all. Good damage. He's zoning you out. He's very good with his zoning. I can say that for sure. Okay, good on your part, but good shimmy on his end. Okay, let's see what you do here. Oh no, 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 no! You gotta, you're wasting meter. You're wasting too much meter. Ah, you just gave. Oh man, you had resources to work with too, Anwar. Ah. I would have the EX Fireball I would agree with, but from this distance, no, 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 no. World Warrior, good to see you too, brother. Gosh, darn it! You got beat. Oh, man, and you threw yourself in a corner. You're playing too wild. Yeah, you. I hate to say that you deserve this loss. However you lose. Yeah, you deserve that loss. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, you and me both too, man. Yeah, you deserve that loss, man. I'm sorry. You gave away too much. Let's go to this third matchup. I'm just sitting here shaking my head, Mugs. It's simple stuff. I'm not saying to be the same thing with me, but I'm just noticing it's simple stuff. This is why you're dissecting your gameplay, brother. Let's view this one. All right, to everybody coming in the chat, welcome. This is a game replay and analysis to help Mugs or anybody else elevate their game and just understanding where critical analysis in your gameplay. You have to look at your losses as well as your Vs too. You can say, hey, I got a match off of him, but you didn't win the overall victory. You didn't win the overall set. It's about winning the sets. Improvement comes, but you have to think about winning the set too, and what you're willing to learn out of this set. That's the most imperative thing. So don't cherry pick off a B like, hey, I got a match off him, I'm feeling kind of good. No, you want to feel good about progression and consistency. All right. So here we go. The curtain falls here. So let's see what's going on here. So he dashed backwards to start up something, and he dashed forward because of the parry. And let's see. Okay, good fireball on your end. And let's see here. Hold on. So I'm just sitting here meditating on this arc. So you could have did. So he did fireball. Do know that he did not have enough reach to catch you, and it looks like he was trying to bait you into a dragon punch or to see if you're going to fireball. That was your opportunity right then and there to see about catching him with a standing heavy kick that would have actually connected, believe it or not. So he got, when they do empty jumps like that, Laura's, I've seen all Laura's out there. Mylin, if you're listening, I don't care, you do it too. All right, there. All right, so getting to the point. They will empty jump, and they are winning the space war. When an opponent does a empty jump, they're winning the space war. You are not to give up your space, okay? You are not to give up your space. If you're giving up your space, and I'm looking right now, you have to use the entire plane. Bang, bang, you best believe it. Anyways, because they're crying, oh, you're uploading. No, stop uploading strong players. Because you're doing it for clout. Anyways, moving forward. Yeah, I had to get that off me. All right, yeah, you're giving up too much space. So keep moving forward. Good, very good. Let's, no, Mugs, no. Why are you doing solar plexus after a crush counter, especially if the crush counter was not meaty on him getting up? No. Standing heavy kick, standing light kick into Tatsu. No, solar plexus after that. What are you thinking? No, I'm not trying to be brutal, but you gotta take advantage. Woo, let's keep going. All right, he's gonna challenge, and the dude didn't even challenge. He went directly for a grab. Okay, all right, good on your part. No, gotta challenge it. Gotta challenge that. Very good. Fireball, dash. I would have went for an HP DP, but hey, you got a DP. That's all that matters. You're getting damage. I'll take 120 versus none. All right. Right here. Let's see what you do. Boom. No. 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 Mugs. You're at diamond right now. There's no excuse why you are not micro walking after standing heavy kick. When you get done watching this YouTube video, when you get done watching this stream, practice your micro walk after standing heavy kick into standing medium punch, crouching uppercut into the special move. You have got to start taking advantage of that. There's no reason why you should be going for Jodan Sanrangenki. Not at that distance. Boom. Micro walk. You had enough time. Kaiser is at -16. Your walks is less than that. You could have took advantage of that. And you went for standing medium punch. Okay. Would you rather have went for 278 or would you rather went for 242? Think about it. And in his Punk J, what's going on, brother? Good to see you, man. In your position, let's look at this again. So he missed. Standing heavy kick. You could have micro walked and got standing medium punch, crouching uppercut into HPDP. You would have got either 272 or 268 in damage, but you went for 242. That extra 20 to 12, that extra 16 to 22 in damage points makes a significant difference. Okay? And look at the position that he's in. He has no V trigger. He has V trigger, that's the only thing he has. But he has no EX reserve. So let's keep going. Okay. No, I would not. No, 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 Mugs. No, 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 no. You went for an EX attack when you know that it didn't require that much health to take him out. You are wasting precious reserve. Oh, come on, Mugs. You're better than this, man. Come on, dog. Come on. Come on. Let's think. Think, McFly. Think. Anybody there? Come on, man. You got this. You're playing like you never played Street Fighter before. Let's keep going. All right. Good whip. Good. Good challenge. I like that. I like that. Good challenge. Good. Very good. Very good. Okay. I like it. I like it. Don't get overzealous. Okay, he challenged that. That was good on his part. But if you're from that distance, if you don't have... Let's put it this way. When you use a solar plexus, since it's -2, think about how crappy Thrust Strike is, okay? That's to everybody that's listening. Think about how crappy Thrust Strike is. All right, so the move essentially is quite negative. What's it, like -8, if I'm not mistaken? -4? I don't even use the move anymore because it just irritates me. Anyways, so -4, right? All right, but solar plexus is -2. The further that you are with a negative frame, the more significant advantage that you may have. Meaning, the further spaced out that you are, the harder it is for the opponent to react on that. So if you're doing solar plexus at that time, it's best to A, walk backward, or B, block, okay? Or try to go for something else. But the fact that you went for that is -2, let's look at and see what happens here. What did he do? He challenged it with a standing light kick. So due to these matches, because of the fact that this is where you start creating a little bit of dirt, it's risky, but something better than nothing. All right? So active frames of -4 versus invincibility frames of +1 through 4. Meaning that if you have your solar plexus in there and you're going to really mess him up, you could have, at this point, since you do have a reservoir available, you could have went for EXDP. That's only if you already have the opponent registered, or if they already have it that they've already gathered some type of data. Okay, you want to start being a little sneaky as well too. If you're going to waste meter, waste it in a proper advantage. So let's keep going here. But you could have went ahead and blocked it. So good on his end. And he challenged from that distance. So if you're in a negative situation like that, and this is something that Chuck has taught me, never go for additional attack, especially if you are within the range of the opponent. So you're basically wasting buttons in neutral where you're being out neutraled, if that makes any sense. You don't press a button if you're getting hit. If you're blocking, then yeah, But if you're getting hit, you're at a negative frame. Ryu doesn't have anything that would be a significant frame advantage unless he had an invincibility frame attack, which would be completely out of range. But let's keep going. Bad. Very bad. Ah, you could have challenged that. So think about this. So you got a deep standing a deep jumping heavy kick. Right then and there, you could have walked forward just a tad bit. This is where micro walking comes into play, and could have did a standing light punch into standing medium punch. So therefore, you had a tight frame advantage. You're not taking advantage of that. You want to implement tight frame traps on this opponent. You don't want to keep backing yourself into the wall. Have confidence in your game. Okay, and he challenged with a standing medium punch, which was +5 on startup, meaning that you could have did something in per se standing light punch to challenge that. But I would advise that. But let's keep going anyways. He's a jumper. He's a jumper. If you do that with me, I'm catching him with an uppercut. I'm letting you know that right now. And you went for another fireball. Unless you got forward. Yeah. You're not getting a register of your inputs. So let's see what's going on here. So that fireball. And as soon as you seen him jump, you went for another fireball. You had more than enough time to catch him with a hard punch, dragon punch. Especially at that angle. Yeah, he's a jumper. 2, 3, 4. Okay, good on your end. Okay, this is where in this particular type of pattern. So let's look at this again. Been good, brother. Been good, man. Working a lot. All right, so standing light punch on wake up with standing medium punch. Standing medium punch. Would have walked a little bit, or at least Tatsu, but I would personally went for, because he's already teching. You could have actually, yeah, World War, correct. You could have actually tech thrown, and instead of tech throwing, you could have actually shimmied. He's going to tech throw a lot. So this is where your shimmies could have been a very powerful tool, and you didn't utilize it. You didn't do not one shimmy. Right here is where you could have made him panic. So upon him landing, V trigger activation, I call it Muno trigger. And yeah, you didn't really put any fear in him. And he woke up with a standing medium punch. And he tattooed out of there. Okay. And he was ready for the dragon punch. Okay, let's see what you do here. Let's see how you get out of this. Okay. You're timid because your back is to the corner, and you're forgetting that you have forward progress, meaning you still could have did a dragon punch. Even though your back is to the wall, you still have forward progress. Remember that. Think about it like football. Your back is to the end zone. You still have forward progress. Yeah, you're too busy worried about being in the corner, and you didn't input the dragon punch. That's unfortunate. 1, 2, 3. Too far out of range. But now that you're looking at the replay, you can't say he's gonna mess you up with the tattoos anymore, because you now know that you can dragon punch. Okay, you can dragon punch. You can still knock him out of the air. You're just not reacting. That's all it is to it. You're playing defensive, but you're not playing reactive. You got to have a balance of a defense and offense. I noticed that. Yeah, you got to lab that. And this is why you can't be lazy. What you struggle with, the things you struggle against in this game, Capcom Fighters Network and Napalm was the first person to tell me this in one of our other chats. He stated that CFN has a wealth of information to see what you can do about this. And then not only that, you can go directly to your replays. You don't go on your replays when you stream, mugs. This is to everybody that follows Mugetsu. He does not watch his replays. You've got to start watching your replays more. Especially while you're on stream, because what that will do, especially since you monetize, since we're going to talk in a business perspective, you can gain more viewers that respect that. And that's you giving back to the community. That's you giving back to yourself and learning. You're not doing that. You got to be good to yourself before you can be good to the audience. If you're going to learn, learn. Don't be stuck there. Don't be ignorant forever. Push. Let's move forward. All right, let's see how you get out of this. Fireball, fireball, dash. You get Tatsu, but you're back in the corner. You gotta get out that corner. You're backing yourself. You don't control your positioning. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not so much as your spacing. You don't control your positioning very well. You're not controlling your positioning very well. And you gave it up. You gotta stop giving up your space. Let's see what happens here. Again. You can challenge that with a standing heavy kick too, man. If Sagat can catch me with this, for sure Ryu can do this. Alright, let's keep going, because he's winning. He's winning the positioning war. Thank you. Now you see what I'm Thank you, Mugs. Now you see where I'm coming from. What I'm doing is not to insult you or berate you at all. Anybody that's watching this is not to berate my man. I just really want to see him level up, because by right he should have been Ultra Diamond by now. This is my thing. You know, exactly. Chuck is laying the bomb on this one. Yeah. And let you guys know, Chuck Hadouken is putting out a lot of content. I just want you guys to know that between him, World Warrior, and these guys in the chat, they are very, very, very keen in helping out the community. I recommend that you guys subscribe to their channels. This is not just in a business perspective, but really, if you guys want to start leveling up your gameplay, these guys have a wealth of information in these, and they're really pushing very hard in content and content providing, as well as Muggs. You know, Muggs is doing his thing too. But in terms of giving back to the community, these two are really putting things out there. And I think you guys should subscribe to them and check their content out. So that's a shout out to both World Warrior FGC and Chuck Hadouken. So let's keep going. Yeah, you missed a Tatsu. Okay. Good fireball. Good fireball. He's empty jumping. So he's empty jumping on purpose to get positioning. Oh man, he's eating up your space. He is eating up your positioning. That is killing me. When they're empty jumping like that, they are winning the positioning war. This goes for me because I have the same habits too, but when you really see it, you just like, oh man, we gotta stop this. So you gotta challenge something. Yeah, when they land, that could have been a crouching medium kick, because you don't know what they're doing. That would have gave them something to think about. Like, each time that you land, I'm coming for you. So those empty jumps, they're winning the positioning war. He's eating up the fireball. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Alright, let's see what happens here. Very good, very good. But I'm curious to see how this is going to end. Okay. Very good. Alright. Good. Remember, when they whiff that whiff that standing heavy kick, see about how you can whiff punish that. Let go. Okay. Alright, he's creeping in with the crouching medium kick. So he's using, one thing I gotta say, this brother knows is neutral. That is an understatement. He has knowledge. I can't take it, I can't take that off of him. The brother's strong for a reason. You just let him get in your space. Okay. Yeah, he's doing negative frame, so he's gonna obviously walk in. So crouching light pick Tatsu is a, yeah. Yeah, he's winning the. No, Mugs. Oh gosh. Brother. In this case, brother. I'm smacking my head looking at this. Yeah, he beat you with positioning more, so making me make mistakes. That, and you did not whiff punish. You didn't whiff punish, and you didn't make him pay. And look at what he do from that distance. Pay attention. Because he's going for that heavy kick. He's throwing standing heavy kicks a lot, and you're not doing anything about it. You're just standing there like a deer in headlights. Honestly. Let's look further. Right there. You could have ended this guy right then and there. You would have got B trigger, at least, possibly. But more than anything, you would have got meter. You would have got meter gain off of crush counters. You also gained meter off of crush counters. You didn't do anything. You didn't do anything. You could have did standing heavy kick, and the standing heavy kick, and the light kick, and the Tatu. That would have ended him. He's wild. Like, I'm just sitting here like I don't understand. He would have lost either 2/3 of his health or got ended, depending on how you went about this. You gotta stop letting particular pressure get to you. You play timid. You told me the other day, and it brought me back to where I needed to get. I got back to master rank on my alternate account because I'm retraining. Gotta stop being timid at a point in time. You gotta learn to be able to take advantage. When you got the life lead, you don't need to take too many. I agree. I agree. Yeah, he's going all over the place, and he's just doing things. Like, this is not to knock him. Like, Kaiser is legitimately just doing things. And it's working to his advantage because you're not taking advantage of it. That parry. He's negative 37. Like, let's look at this again. Okay, good tech. Standing heavy kick, and he's negative 9 plus. I mean, you're talking about over 40 frames of negative. He's negative 40 something in frames. One off a standing heavy kick because of the active recovery that he has off of that, and then into parry. Yeah, and look how long it took him to recover, and you stood there like a deer in headlights. Really, honestly, I'm gonna keep going with this. We're gonna see how this ends. Yeah. Yeah, you're not punishing standing heavy kick. You gotta, yeah, I gotta put the controller down. I'm just sitting here shaking my head. I'm a bit disappointed, honestly. Because you do a lot. You do the things that you need to do to win, but you're not taking advantage of mistakes. You're not taking advantage of frame data. I'm just in shock. Like, you really gave up that match. Honestly, throughout the entirety, you did great, but the problem is that you gave away too many opportunities and chances. That's really what it boils down to it. And the first thing they always say in the art of war, you gotta know thyself first. So thus, right now, the reason why you're not excelling, and this goes for me or anybody else, especially in the Ryu mirror, is because you don't know yourself. You don't know your own opponent. You don't know your own character. And that's just the truth. And I have to be blunt. You don't know your character. There were too many it's like you got to know your weaknesses before you know your strengths. When you know your weaknesses, you can use your weakness as your strength, and that you don't imply. That was just too many opportunities to do something. When they're doing heavy kick like that, that's not to say that they don't have anything else behind it, because if you're a dirty Ryu player, you know what to do. But you're just not taking advantage of those situations. So I implore you on this, that you go back and you look at this replay, you look at this stream, okay? You got an hour and some minutes to look at this or review this, or go back to CFN, look at the replay, and listen to what I said and go along with that. This was something that I wanted to go ahead and do for you personally, and not to put you on full blast, but this goes for anybody that's streaming. This is why, I like I said, I don't even care. Y'all can share this. I don't care. This goes for the stream monsters. I am legitimately tired of selfish attitudes where people do not want to share information or to at least have the time to tell somebody when they are faulting about something. This is out of love for the community. This is out of love for showing my brethren, I don't care if you're Ryu main or not, to show you that there are holes in everybody's game. Okay? These stream monsters get up there, they get, because they got this stream badge, or they got this Ultra Warlord, or all these whatever these ranks are in Street Fighter 5. I don't even care at this point. Rank don't mean jack squat. Like, it really doesn't. If you are not implementing your technique, if you are not implementing the time, if you are not implementing the emphasis of trying to improve yourself better, versus in going into battle head on and not have a blueprint behind your battle plan, you're gonna lose. This goes for the pros, this goes for the Joes, I don't even care if you silver rank still. If you are not going to put time into your character, if you are not going to put time into going to replay, why are you playing the game? All you're going to do is frustrate yourself. I love playing the game, but I'm not going to keep frustrating myself, especially doing the same thing over and over and over, and remain ignorant. Remaining ignorant in this game is not a good thing. And I mean that humbly to everybody that's listening in, to the 10 or 11, 12 people that were watching. I don't care who's watching. I don't even care if you got beef with me. I don't even care if you're mad at me over an upload or whatever. This goes for all of y'all. I don't care who it is. Rank don't mean nothing. It's your experience, it's your knowledge, and it's your ability to input and ask yourself the very implemented question of why am I doing such attacks? Why am I doing such certain techniques? And why am I doing whatever that may be? And again, y'all have my permission to share this portion of the stream. I don't care, because everybody need to hear it. All I'm seeing all over online is the same selfishness, the stuff with all this stuff that's been going on with discrimination and everything, and people are all in their own world instead of actually benefiting and helping and giving back into the community. People will not take time for this. Oh, I gotta get paid for this because it's my content. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if you're a Gods Get the Street Fighter. I don't care if you're a Warlord. I don't care what level of thing you are. People are selfish, and if people are giving you information like I am giving it, take it. This is free knowledge. Capcom Fighters Network is free knowledge. And if you got a good friend, and I consider myself a good friend because wouldn't nobody else do this with you, or any of you. I'm trying to get back to the community. I ain't making money off my content. Not yet anyways, and that's something I should be possibly doing in the future, but I don't care. I just love this game. Cheap characters or not. I love playing with Ryu. Bad character or not, even with bad meta. Comes love, comes discipline. And sometimes your passion can override your discipline. If you don't have the discipline behind your character, put your character down. Especially if you aren't willing enough to understand that knowledge is power. And there's an old biblical writing. My children perish for a lack of knowledge. And old school, I don't want to put it out there like this and be heavy about it, but a hard head make a soft ass. Just saying. Like, you can't keep going out there getting beat down and getting beat down and getting beat down like this, man. I looked at my rank the other day and I was like 45% in rank. And I go back and look at my battle lounge, I'm like 84. So again, rank don't mean nothing, especially if you aren't going to improve it. And under 1 hour yesterday, because I lost a total, on my alternate account, Muno Spirit, which you're looking at right now, I lost over 1,500 LP because 1, I wasn't in the right frame of mind. 2, I was rushing my gameplay trying to go to work. Why, I don't know. Wasn't in a good mood anyways. And then I lost over 1,800 LP after watching the data, after watching a slew of videos that Chuck Hadoken himself put out, and other YouTubers that are out there that are putting out this information. The reason why these other Ryus are at these echelons or at these other pinnacles of levels is of consistency, and that they're using every tool in their arsenal. Not just some, they're using every or possibly a majority of all their tools and their assets. Tight light strings. If you're going against a 3-frame character, there is no reason why you shouldn't have a tight string or a frame trap. None. Not unless you condition the opponent to say or do what they had to say. People playing this game and rank is toxic. and I'll be the first person to tell you that. If I be saying it till I'm blue in the face, rank is toxic, and it will continue to be toxic if you're toxic to yourself by allowing these things to frustrate you further, which I did, and I'm ashamed of myself for allowing myself to do that. That's why I hit Ultra Diamond the other day. But after watching the content of what Chuck had put out there, of his gameplay and his breakdown of Jami. Hello, my friend. Good to see you, my friend. Fellow greetings. Like we got somebody from Russia. Good to see you, brother. Welcome. Long story short, you got to put in the work. If you're going to play with Ryu, you've got to put in the work. I can't preach this any more or any less. This is imperative. Look what we're looking at here. All this. This is data. You see this? This is data. You're not taking advantage of this. You're not labbing. You're not. Look at what Kaiser's doing. Kaiser even took out. Much as I'm not a fan of his gameplay, the man has information on characters. Look what he did to Mai Lin. Darn near Warlord. Using poison. He has knowledge. So what you could do is, instead of getting salty at your opponent, go look him up. Go look him up. Look and see where their strengths are and where your strengths are. And what you do is, since you're looking at Kaiser, for instance, let's get out of here, and I'm gonna hit the R1 or L1 button, whichever. Okay, there is something called a sub menu. You can hit the triangle button where it says sub menu. Compare. Look at what he does better than what I'm doing better. Look at the way that I trembled. Overall, cumulative. Because in mine, I have a total of 6,000 something matches. This man has 40,859 matches, and we're in season 5. He's not even at Grandmaster yet. But knowledge is power. But look at his overall win rate. He has a formula when it comes to rank. Cumulative. Cumulative. But my last recent 100 was because I didn't pay attention. But as far as straight wins, he has a higher consistency because he has a little more knowledge than possibly I do. But if you look at everything else, casual matches, win rate, battle lounges, win rate. As I told you, best 2 out of 3 will only get you so far. Best 2 out of 3 will only get you so far. And I might turn around, play this guy, I might end up losing because he has a formula. He has a formula. But first to 10, that is where it's going to be a whole different thing. Or first to 10, or first to 5, or first to 3. So this is not dissing Kaiser, if he is watching. This is something that I'm trying to tell you, Mugs, or anybody else that's watching this chat. That goes for the pros. I don't care. I don't care if you were the Capcom Pro Tour champion. I don't care if you were Evo champion. This goes for everybody. And if you don't like what I got to say, go kick rocks. And the shots are firing. I don't care if you can whoop my rear end on any given day, but knowledge is power. People are so selfish in this game. They won't take the time to tell you and explain these things. Everybody out for themselves. That's why the United States FGC gets destroyed 24/7. And we only have very few representatives that can go out there and win. Unfortunately. Everybody got an ego, or I like to call it ego boost. Or clout chasing. While everybody worried about me uploading a match of some top player and stating that I'm only doing it for clout chasing. Absolutely not. What I'm doing compared to what you guys are doing on stream, you ain't doing a damn thing. So stay out of my business. I'm showing what players can actually do with the character that they have. If they have confidence, if they have the drive, if they have the willpower. Everybody up in everybody else's cookie jar but don't know what's in it. And you got these Japanese and Euro players that are spending time with the players that they play with. Spending need time with the players that they're playing with and showing them this matchup and knowledge. Why everybody over here clout chasing and worry about what everybody else got to do instead of enjoying the game. And yeah, I am getting a little personal with it because I'm sick of it. I love this game, as bad as it may be. And you guys are right. You guys are right. And it's disgusting. And it's disgusting. We got no unity. None. None. Everybody out to themselves. And honestly, if I don't even care if the Twitter feeds blow up. I'm just putting it out there. I don't care anymore. I really don't care anymore. I just want to see people in my community level up. We don't even have locals to go to right now because of COVID-19. And I'm only doing this because I love playing this game and I love putting this stuff out here. You know? You ain't right, you out of box for that, Mugs. I'm just I'm just gonna put you out there for that. You sick for that, man. But anyways, like I said again, you have to you got to you guys, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're pros. This goes for all of you. You got to be willing to put in the time and effort for this stuff, man. This stuff don't come overnight, man. You know, there's been nights and days I was beating myself up and everything where I wasn't, and I was like, I'm not cross-cutting DPing. I'm not doing certain things. You guys can go look at my CFN and see what I was doing. And honestly, when you have characters that are jumping at you a lot and you're not doing anything, it's your fault. It's your fault. It's as much as I'm not intrinsic with Justin Wong, but he said it best. If an opponent's not taking advantage of a situation, then you're implored to take advantage of it. You know? And people are saying in the chat, you know, that Evil Taxi jumps a lot. Yeah. He does. But he knows how to do it. And if you're not uppercutting him, it's your fault. You know, it's your fault. You're not taking advantage of that. As crappy as these characters are in this game, and I literally mean that. There are a lot of crap characters in this game, and I say that with no bias. And I'm not just saying it as a Ryu main. I say that literally with no bias. You cannot sit and complain and complain and complain if you're not going to do something about it. I agree, he is better than Super Platinum. He just needs refinement. And that's all it is to it. Fred is a very solid player, and he has some wicked parries, unlike any other player I've seen in the FGC worldwide. And that's an understatement. I'm not saying it because he's a Ryu main. That is the legitimate truth. Now, if he honed his neutral game and he honed his aggression, Fred would be in a league of his own by right. I'm learning how to cross-cut DP, actually. I'm learning to DP more often. I really need to get it in my guess. That is really DP. A good friend of mine by the name of Devaye 1124, who I think is a very intrinsic and a very, very intelligent Ryu, put it out there. He said it just like this, Punk J. Crosscut save lives. No matter how you look at it, crosscut saves lives. And you know, these play again. Like you have to. This is where it all goes hand in hand about you taking in control or. You know, taking advantage of your gameplay. But I'm not going to go too further now because I'll be having to get off here soon. But I just want to tell you guys, I don't care who's listening. I really don't care. When I first started on this game, when I first started on this journey, it wasn't so much of me as clout chasing. You know, my goal, which Revelation spoke for his own self, was to show that you can do things with this character if you put the time, you put the energy in it. But my kind of a revelation or prophecy or what I said in hindsight, what actually came to life. I don't know him personally, but I know one of the top, who is the top Ryu in the world. And he showed out. And he shows out. He hangs with the likes of Phenom, and that's Jami. Then you have Just Fog. Then you have BBJP 21. You got your AM Kids. You got your Shaquille Listens. You got your other Ryus that are out there. As you should, Napalm, as you should. Y'all ain't right. Y'all out of pocket for that. But yeah, it's what it's about, man. You gotta really put in the work. So this video again, Muggs, I'm glad that you were watching. This was never to tear you down. It's just that I wanted you consciously aware of because I get emotional about that, because there are things that I like to see you be able to take advantage of, because I know you're capable of doing, and that's why I was like really in an uproar. So on my end, I apologize, but it's just like, I'm very passionate about this stuff, man. I only want to see people that I know that have the potential to just do better. This goes for anybody, you know. I would never tear down another player for what they're doing, you know what I mean? And like I said again, we don't have locals. We don't even have locals no more because of COVID-19, until all this stuff is cleared, until they can actually, between the CDC, the World Health Organization, everybody can clear up this mess. And you know, this is all that we got. So I'm gonna put it out there. You know, I'm going to do what I can to help you guys out. You know, even this goes for myself too. You know, Spencer, good to see you, brother. You ain't right, Spencer. But yeah, man, it's all about that. You know, we just can't say we're gonna do these things. We're not executing. Execution, having the knowledge, having the insight, having the ability to persevere. You gotta want to do this. You don't just do it to do it. You got your casual gamers, but if you are actually going to start doing competitions, you just don't play it to play it. You know, fun factor goes in a long way, regardless. But the last thing you can't forget to do, and one of the things that a good friend of mine named Chirper Smurf, he said this, Chirper Smurf 13, he said, one of the 3 things or reasons why you buy the game. First and foremost, you have fun. But then it goes in this subcategory of having fun. You purchase the game because you want to have fun. You play the game because you want to have fun. You compete in the game while learning to have fun. If you're not having fun, then you're not gonna succeed. I felt confident going into the match, but there was a time during the match where I lost it, and you gotta learn to control that. And when I was saying about you being on that phone, not paying attention to your gameplay, this is a part of it. Not paying attention to your gameplay. Anybody can be a grinder. Anybody can be in ranked. But if you are not learning anything from your ranked matches, as well as not going into battle lounge, as well as not going to casuals, as well as not going into training mode, you will never. I don't care if you're using the cheapest character in the roster. I don't care if you're using Laura. I don't care if you're using Orion. I don't care if you're using Rashid. I don't care if you're using Cammy. I don't care if you're using Colleen. I don't care if you're using Kadeen. For anybody that's out there listening, I don't care what you got to say about that, because you can go kick rocks for all I care if you feel that I'm saying anything about your character because you're using a character. The characters are strong for a reason in this game, and anybody can declare themselves a professional because they're using a strong character. If you're going to play with X character, know the risk, know the reward, and know the time that you're going to have to implement in mastering that character. A character is easy to use, but hard to master. Period. And if you don't like what I got to say, then I'm sorry. Because people need to know the truth. I don't care who you play with, but don't get out here thinking that you above somebody because you're using X character for competition or whatever, but you are too afraid to put in the work with your main character. But you disrespect other players that want to use a certain character, calling them tryhards, sitting up there calling them out of pocket, or getting real personal about talking about who they are in their personal life and all this kind of stuff. This is the toxicity I do not like in the United States FGC. Period. Period. Play with who you want, but at the same time, learn to have some integrity. Okay to have a little trash talk. Okay to have a little ego. Okay to have a little confidence. But to berate a player because they choose a character that they want to choose? Gaming was developed for entertainment. Gaming was developed for the factor of getting your mind off of the things that's going on in the outside world. That was the first and foremost purpose of gaming. Fighting game community has gotten away from that. You can see by the racist tweets, you can see by the hateful things that are coming out of people's mouths, and you can see about the things that the people think that since it's a video game, it's the only thing they can run to when they don't have anything else going on in their personal life. People, you know, I'm gonna tell you guys something. You could be dead on the inside and don't know it. Or in this case, you can be dead living and don't know it. This is all they got. So they figure by playing a video game, that's their power. That's their advantage over the other player. Here's the secret. Don't give it to them. Oh, you got a warlord badge. Oh, no, you're going to get these hands win or lose. That go for any of you. Rank means nothing. Online on Capcom Fighters Network or Street Fighter V, players have a formula, and that is the reason why they win online. It's the formula, and it works. I implore you to create your own formula, and while you're at it, have a little dirt, have a little deception. I'm learning that the hard way after watching the videos that I've seen from other Ryu players. Those light strings are important for a reason, because when you've already set that up, that player is going to be froze, thinking, what's going to happen? Are they going to hit me with a standing medium punch? Are they going to hit me with another light chain? Should I go for a grab? Because if they go for that grab after that light chain and you have enough distance, pow! Standing medium punch from that sweet spot. You got a counter hit. What you going to do after that counter hit? What you going to do after that hit confirm? And hit confirmation. Hit confirmation. People forget about hit confirmation. Range, speed, priority. Remember them all. That was one of the infamous quotes from Ryu in Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. Range, speed, priority, know them all. And he couldn't have said it any better, as corny as that may sound. Range, speed, priority. Priority meaning damage. And Muggs, that is something that you are not taking advantage of. Priority. Prioritize and know your range and your speed of certain things. The timing. There is a thin layer between a skilled opponent to an opponent that just plays the online. And that's not disrespecting anybody, because I'm an online warrior. And you know what? I'm not even insulting myself about that. I'm actually proud to be an online warrior, because you know why? The same pros and Joes that's up there and insult me or berate other players because they're using what they call try-hard characters. These online characters or these online players are taking it to them. Think about it. Oh, he's an online warrior. Because you play offline doesn't necessarily mean that you're validated either. Because that online warrior might be in his basement knowing something that you don't. And I've seen it live and in living color. So people better understand, you can fool chicken, but you can't fool duck. Remember that. And people out here faking the funk because of some warlord badge or because of some ultra grandmaster badge that I earned. It shows consistency. It shows where you prevailed. But people have a formula, and some of it is very flawed. Flawed for a reason. Tournament standing, none of that stuff wouldn't fly. So it's good to have experience all around the clock. All around the avenue, not just in certain things, but it's good to reach out to those in the community. But the problem with the United States FGC, you got a lot of people that are only in it for themselves. Once again, you look at, there you have it. Exactly. You know, Zapparino really did put out a beating. Much as I don't follow a lot of his stuff as it is, but he did. So rank don't matter. You know, you can have all the experience you want, but there's going to be somebody that knows something, and they don't have to be in a tournament. These dudes, it's just like a person in music production, a person that's teaching, a person that knows fighting. They could be in their basement, their cellar, in a cave, or in the woods, doing studying to improve themselves, their mental health, their spirit, all the above. This stuff is important, because essentially when you're playing with Ryu, you're playing the epitome of martial arts, Budo, whether he's Japanese or not. Or Nihon, as you would say in Japan. Countrymen. Martial arts. There's a reason why it's called martial arts, or what is called the martial science. And if you're not applying it, you're going to fail. But comes failure, comes learning. It depends on how you're going to deal with that learning. How you're going to deal with that failure. Are you going to sit there and grope, or are you going to do something about that? You're talking to a player that gets his behind kicked on the daily. But what I do, I go in the lab. I try to recreate the same scenario going into training mode, creating frame by frame what that opponent did to me. That's the reason why I was able to beat this other lord the other day called Ohio FGC, because he did the exact same thing to me. And what did I do upon landing? Half circle forward, HP DP. And it worked. Didn't figure out the match like I wanted to, but it was because of the fact that I put time in understanding that scenario. You've got to look at these scenarios. You got to reach out. Much as you can't probably stand a player. Try to reach out and see what you can do. But until those in the United States FGC can get off of Twitter and stop going into Twitter rants and Twitter battles like it's a damn rap war, or rap battle, we are not going to proceed. And we're only going to have the same couple people representing the United States FGC because of clout chasing, because of wannabes, and because of everybody else that's going to be the same thing. And like I said again, for those that are listening, I don't care. I don't even care if you're watching my stream right now or if you're stream sniping. This goes for you too. Because I know all of you that said derogatory and said this divisive things about me because of a stupid upload. And I'm throwing shots. And all of you should be ashamed of yourselves. All of you. You worried about me instead of worried about your own progression. I don't care about that. I don't care. Because that's not my life. I have an outside life that I have to worry about. I have family that I have to worry about. I have my health I have to worry about. And people that I know and care about that worry about me. That's living. What y'all doing ain't living. You're bashing each other for a video game or for street cred. And if you don't like what I got to say, kick rocks. At ease, loser. The United States FGC is in the wrong place and in the wrong spot. And really, this is a much more important time for everybody to understand that there needs to be a gut check. A gut check. Each one, teach one. Nobody ain't above nobody. If you want to be number one, go ahead and be number one. But have some integrity and have some humility behind it. Because your ego can be your only, or you can be your very own befalling. So to end it all, thank you all for watching the stream. I hope and pray that you guys are good in the process. I was a little bit passionate about that, but I have no regrets about saying that, because what people need to be saying is enjoying the game. You got to learn to enjoy the game. Stop telling a player what they can play, who they should play with, and who they shouldn't. It's a video game, and entertainment, and having fun. You pick a character because something about that character draws you into their story or draws you into their personality. That is the reason why you pick that character. People pick a character because they want an easy win. They want to win it. They want to win that pocketbook. That's fine. But at the cost of risk, are you alienating yourself for that video game? Having pocket characters instead of mastering what you know. Think about it. So you guys, thank you all for tuning in. I hope this made sense to each and every one of you. Again, you can share this information. You can share whatever you want. Because like I said again, I'm at to the point where I don't care anymore. I really don't care. My care is about sharing and helping the community, and also for me to learn it from each and every one of you. And to those of you that are streaming, take the time. Take the time to teach somebody. I ain't necessarily saying blow yourself away so where you get beat up by the character or whatever, or by that player. It's not what I'm saying. Take the time. If Europe and Japan and Asia is teaching their fellow players with whatever character that they have, United States should be a prior example. Punk J, I don't know. This was random. This was random for me, man. Maybe I might start doing it again. But I stream. What I've been streaming or focusing on is more so a DJing. I've been DJing live on stream on Facebook. So I'll probably take the time and start going into YouTube very soon, doing DJ house streams and house music streams, etc. So maybe I should start going into that as well too. But yeah, each one teach one. We are not going to learn if we don't take the time to watch replays. If we don't take the time to call out when we're faulting and when we're doing things. And you have to be. And the most important thing before I log off is being able to have the ability of accepting constructive feedback. You will not grow without wisdom and constructive feedback, and that's the truth. And you all are very welcome. Y'all take care of yourselves and each other. God bless you guys. Love each and every one of you. Y'all stay safe out there. COVID-19. Stay safe with these police. Stay safe with everybody that's out there, man. Y'all are important. Y'all keep up the fight. Y'all keep up the positive light, and y'all walk in light. That's the only thing I can tell you guys. Y'all take it easy, and until next time, guys, this is Landon, aka DJ New Spirit, out. Peace and blessings. Bye-bye.